Imagine a life without computers. We wouldn't be able to use our phones, use our computers, store any information. We wouldn't be able to do anything digitally. Technology is the heart of our daily lives, and which can range from our phones to our computers. As technology gets more complicated and simple at use, we, as consumers of digital goods, do not know how complex a hardware and computer language can get to do our daily tasks, such as operating systems, games, security, our phones, and more. Before we get into what languages are used in computers, we have to start from the foundation, which is the hardware. Hardware in dictionary.com is defined as the mechanical, magnetic, electronic, and electrical devices comprising a computer system as the CPU, disk drive, keyboard, or screen. And if you look at our first visual aid over here, retrieved from Wikipedia, this shows the basic components of a computer, which is the screen, the motherboard, RAM, CPU, expansion cards, power supply, optical hard drive, keyboard, and mouse. These are the bare bones structures of a computing device. And if you look at our phones compared to this, it might look very different. However, in the basic structure of the hardware is the same. It contains a motherboard, a CPU, and RAM, and many, many more. And after the foundation, we have to go into the body, the low-level programming languages, which is the assembly language and the machine language. The machine language over here consists of binary codes, which is ones and zeros, and differs from computer to computer. And in an encyclopedia made by David Hemdinger, machine code is a numeric code for the operations that a particular computer can execute. After the machine language, we go to the assembly language. The assembly language, what it does, it translates the assembly code into machine language, which is ones and zeros. And what it also does is that it translates high-level languages to assembly languages, then machine languages. In an encyclopedia by the editors of Britannica states that an assembly language is a type of low-level computing programming language consisting most of symbolic equivalents of particular computer's machine language. And also, every device has a low-level language. These two, assembly and machine. Even your phones, your computers, and by the way, the machine language since the machine level differs from each other, all of the low-level language must differ from every device, such as a PSP and a Nintendo DS. Their low-level languages are completely different from each other. If you look at these two languages right here, you might think they're not that significant. However, once we get into the high-level languages such as Fortran, C, and Pascal, they get very, very significant. In high-level languages, there are many high-level languages, such as Java, C, C++, C#, Objective-C, Python, Ada, Ruby, Fortran, and COBOL. What it does is that after you code, the high-level language puts it into the assembler, then the assembler translates to machine language, then the CPU computes it and displays it. If you look at my code right here that I wrote in Java, this finds the sum of all of multiples of 3 and 5. What it does is that it goes to the assembler, puts it and translates it to the machine language, then then calculates it and then displays what the results. Well, if you ask me, what can you do with a computer high level language? Well, you can do anything that you want to. You can write operating systems, for example, Windows, Mac OS, and Linux. Write games such as Minecraft, Counter-Strike Source, Half-Life 2, and provide security, which is on the internet, such as internet banking, emails, passwords, and develop phone and phone development, which is Android, iOS, and its applications. Higher level programming makes our lives very, very easy. It enables us to talk, text, record videos, and even use the internet. Well, let me ask you this question. What are the three main components for a human to live? It's food, water, and shelter. And without these three, without the foundation, water, humans cease to exist. It is the same for a computer language. Without hardware, there is no low-level programming language and high-level programming languages. As computer languages advance, technology will advance as well, and vice versa. It's a never-ending cycle of technology and its language and how it's in our daily lives. Thank you.